All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory down to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashir and Kakwadash. Double honor to the true leaders of the nation of Israel in these last days. Great millstone, also known as GMS. Salutations to the Most High's man in the four corners of the earth, pushing his word in sincerity and truth. And Shalom to the sisters that support and subscribe wholeheartedly to the message of deliverance and salvation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is your brother Banyamyan from GMS in Mississippi. Today I have an en route or in transit video going into what gets measured gets attention. So what you don't measure, what you don't pay attention to, what you don't give attention to, it does not get measured. Measured with what? The rod of measurement, which are the scriptures. So depending upon your day-to-day activities, whether it's in the flesh or in the mind and the spirit, so to speak, if it does not get any attention, then it won't get measured with the rod of correction. So you have to pay attention to those particular things that you do, what you give your time to, what you give your energy to, what you give your focus to. Because if you are not in focus or in sync with the spirit, then you're not giving attention to the spiritual things. Not giving attention to the spiritual things puts you in an imbalanced state of mind, to where you're giving more focus onto the carnal things, you know. So you just have to monitor your activity, what you do on a regular, how you think on a regular, what you're reading, what you're looking into. Because truth be told, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as Yahushai was departing, he said what? Occupy till I come. So be occupied in what? Occupied in prophecy, occupied in the word, occupied in truth, occupied in the spirit. That's a commandment for us to take care of this vineyard or take care of this house while the owner is away for his long journey. So as you occupy till the Lord comes, that keeps you in grind mode. That keeps you in a state of mind of working. Because when you lose faith and you lose confidence, oh man, the Lord's not here, or oh man, the Lord's not coming back, and it's gonna be this amount of time, it's gonna be that amount of time, you begin to venture off. Then there's a path set for you, but when you begin to have those doubt demons and those discouraging demons, these lackadaisical spirits upon you, then it hinders your focus. It deters your focus. Right? So what's the title? What's the subject? What gets attention gets measured. So you have to give attention to all things. The scripture says what? To examine thyself whether thou be in the faith. You have to give attention to your actions, give attention to your thoughts, give attention to your murmurings, give attention to the things that you hold within, and the things that you protrude outwardly. You have to give attention to those things that you may be able to have a spiritual measuring stick to always be able to combat things when they aren't in their proper perspective, so to speak. So when things aren't kosher, that's when you address them. So the truth be told, when you narrow it down, is that keeping and maintaining focus in this truth is what will keep you and maintain you to be able to endure unto the end. That's what will keep your eyes single, keep your eye on the prize, keep you fighting as one that does not beat the air. Because we want salvation, but Satan can come in at any given moment in time before the Lord comes back and deter you. Have you back in the word, back in the world, doing things that you feel like are prosperous, but when following Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's all the prosperity you need. The Lord know what He's doing. He know He hasn't come back yet, you know. So why would you doubt? Because He's coming. Just be the best you at this particular moment in time. So work on you. We bring out the scriptures of being refined as gold in the fire. So what else are you doing? How are you improving? How are you bettering yourself? Are you requesting more spiritual gifts? Are you asking for more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding? What are you doing? So ask for that perfection. Ask for more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, all through the Spirit. Request these things that you may be a better servant of the Lord. And the Lord's not unrighteous to just throw that behind His ear. You know, in all sincerity, the Lord will honor your request. But you have to be bold enough to make those requests. You have to be bold enough to plead and cry out for those things that you truly want and desire. Because when you have the Spirit, you have all things. You have all things. Because it helps keep you balanced in all walks of life. No matter what you're doing, what you're going through, no matter what conversation you're having, no matter who you're talking to and dealing with, you're able to deal with them in wisdom. And that's more valuable than any other thing upon the face of the planet. As it is written, you know. Wisdom is more to be obtained than riches. So therefore, pray for wisdom. So Most High's will and edification was there. So pay attention and measure what needs to be measured, that you may be honorable in this walk. Yahweh Shem HaShai Brakatham Shalom.